Yes. Now, today what we'll explore is how to perfect or refine our Surya Namaskar practice. Okay. We'll start with the chair support. Sit tall. Maybe some basic stretches. Hands up, interlock the fingers. Shoulder rotation. Reverse. Hands on the thighs. Neck extension up and down. Left and right. Rotate clockwise. Reverse. Come up standing. Okay. So, the first alignment in Surya Namaskar involves feet together, knees together. Okay. Now we squeeze the knees together. So what is happening here is when you squeeze the knees, your thigh is rolling outward. As the thigh is rolling outward, the glute squeezes in. Or the buttocks pulls in, shrinks, and pulls the anus up. Okay, you will feel a better grip there. Automatically, your pelvis will be pushed forward. Okay, if you observe this, this is a primates, the apes or a standing posture. Apes are mostly like this, holding the weight at the hip and the thigh. Okay, so that is the first alignment. Squeezing the glutes, anus pulled up. When you feel that, you are able to position or could give enough pressure on the ground. Then hands in Namaste. Then we breathe in, fill the stomach with air. It is a complete expansion. We fill the stomach with air. Okay. The way we have to breathe shamelessly. Breathe in, fill the stomach with air. Hold that air in the stomach. Stretch back. That's it. Now tell me, you were having back load on the back, right? Do you feel load at the back, ma, when you stretch? Okay, see, the point is, you should not have the load at the back. See, we are making this muscle firm for the reason this should be acting as a composite material, okay, where all the tension is taken by the abs, not by the back. Okay, that kind of consistency we have to reach. So in a way, we are stretching the hands. Okay, find a point where you can feel only the stretch, not bending of back. That is your limit. Still not able to get it? Yes. If you feel your stomach is stretching and expanding, the second alignment is right. So this is called Pirayasana, the crescent moon posture. Feel more expansion than bending of the back. In fact, there is zero bending of the back. We are just expanding. It's called as a backward extension. See, you can feel this also. See, you are not taking in enough breath. Okay. So now when you stretch back, the muscle fibers of the stomach is getting relaxed. So load is going to the back. If that is the situation, even when you stretch back, breathe in. Or breathe in full, hold it and stretch. If you are not able to breathe in full, okay, so you go back, also take little more breath in when you are back. So in Prayasana, that should not be loaded the back. Okay, that's the condition. For the next condition, next posture, Padagasta, I'll explain with the chair. Okay, we sit on a chair. We squeeze the knees together, tight touching the palm on the ground. Tight touching the palm on the ground, squeezing the knees together. You are not able to touch the palm on by the side of the foot. By the side of the foot. Keep squeezing. Locate the breath. I want you to add more clarity on where the breath is. So, suppose you are not able to reach the ground, get a block or any elevation. Okay, squeeze the knees together. Extend. Breathe. Tell me where the breath is. Think of it as a forward extension. You are lengthening the spine, squeezing the knees together. When you squeeze your knees, the posterior end of the hip opens, rolls outward. Where do you feel the breath? At the back, correct. Lovely. See, knees together. Okay. See, earlier when we had our knees together, thighs was rolling outward. Now when you squeeze the knees together, thighs rolls inward. The back of the hip moves outward. You feel it? So that also helps us to gain stability. So it is like your back muscles is widening to create that lengthening. This is the movement we are trying. Now when the stomach is completely pressing into the thigh, you can breathe only using your back muscles. You feel it? Now release from the chair, replicate what you did on a chair. Pressing the palm down. If you are not able to reach down, palm pressing on the block, then try to pull the hip. That is your Padagasta. So stomach and thigh completely tightly packed. Only you can use your back muscles to breathe. Now slowly release the hip from the chair and pull the hip up. And the stomach is releasing from the thigh, you are going beyond the limit. Or the objective of breathing using your back muscles will be lost. Got it? Okay, good. If you breathe, your back muscles only involved in the process of breathing. Without the wire use you are not having enough tightness between the stomach and thigh. Okay, so that will be understood. So now most of you were not able to make your knee straight. Okay, that is because of the hamstring. To train the hamstring, this can become as a drill. You can place the leg on a chair, both hands on the chair, pushing the hip forward, loosens the hip, pull the hip back, try to make the knee straight. Also here, both the hands and the right thigh are in a straight line. Pushing forward, pulling the hip back, trying to make it straight. Now when you make it straight, you can do the same push Palasasana with the knee straight. Yes. Push the hip forward, pull the hip back. When you pull the hip back, don't round the back. அதே எரெக்ட்னஸ்லே பேக் இருக்கட்டும். Yes. So hamstring, we have to give enough time for it to elongate. When you force it, it becomes tired. Even அந்த tiredness recover ஆகிறதுக்கு 3 days ஆகும். If you hurt it, அது recover ஆகிறதுக்கு 1 or 2 months ஆகலாம். So hamstring has to be respected well. Try the other side also. Shiva, இன்னொன்று பண்ணுவோம். Take the back leg little more back. Now when you push, more hip loosening. Now when you pull, you are forced to use only your hamstring. Yes. Correct. So this you can consider as a drill to improve your hamstring lengthening. And the next posture, Asvathamasa in Surya Namaskar. Okay. So you place let us check with, do it in the chair, then we'll do it off chair. Okay. So we place the hands at either side. Okay. Adjust the back leg position. Toes on the ground. We push the hip forward. Okay, here, see the spine, it is not rounding, it is becoming straight. And also, you will start to feel expansion at the hip flexor muscles. Okay, the muscles which is connecting the upper body and the lower body. You can start to feel the stretch. Provided your knee is on top of the ankle. If you are pushing too much forward with your knee, there is very less effort from the hip. You feel it? So keep your knee on top of ankle and push. Right? Yes. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் கால் ஃப்ரண்ட்ல வச்சிருங்க. அப்போ knee will not lead. Yes. If you are not able to reach, use the support. கை கீழே போய் ஃபுல்லாக ரீச் ஆகலாம், சப்போர்ட் வச்சுருங்க. That's the method. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் புஷ் பண்ணாதான் இந்த ரவுண்டிங் சரியாகும். Yes. The rounding has to be released. Good. Try the other side also. Feel it. Once you feel the alignment, you'll just implement it. First, we need to feel it. Yes. Yes. The mid-back rounding is released. Yes. Release. See, this alignment on the chair, you can do it then and there during your work hours also. For the reason, throughout the work hours, we are somewhere sitting like this. Maybe we are resting the back on the backrest. Slowly, what happens is we move forward. We are shortening the hip flexor muscles quite often. So there is a need to stretch. Then and there, when you get time, you can push the hip, release the tension. Over காலுக்கு மாத்தி பண்ணிக்கலாம். Okay, and also the rounding of back வந்து work hoursல சரி பண்றதுக்கு both hands on the ground, push the leg up. Then push the leg to the side. Right? Feel what's happening? When you push the leg, your back is becoming curved inward, stretching the anterior end of the back. When you push the leg away, you are stretching the flexor muscles from the core. Both hands equal pressure. Yes. Both hands equal pressure. You press the palm equally, then stretch. You can stretch. These two are a beautiful combination to release sitting related stresses. Hmm. Yeah. Chair. So we'll try the same Aswathamasana, the horse posture on the ground. Okay. So where do you position your leg becomes a major point. So we are able to press the palm by the side of the foot, squeezing the knees together. Then, if your hamstring is loose enough, you'll be able to pull the hip up. Otherwise, use a box support, pull. Okay. So the spine is not bending, it is lengthening. You'll feel like there is a suction in the stomach, and this suction is completely capturing or around the thigh. Okay. Now, pressing the palm into the ground, take the left leg back. We felt a stretch in the hip flexor muscles. That has to be felt when you land the leg. Okay. Pushing the hip facing up. Release. Try to replicate the same back position. Yes. Well defined. Beautiful. That is your Aswathamasana. The next posture from here we take is, we take both legs back into Dandasana. Dandasana. Good. Okay, see here. In Dandasana, when we do, relax, ma, relax. When we do this sequence, okay, properly, we will engage the core muscles enough. In a way, you don't need any core strengthening practice. Okay, but it is quite difficult to engage. Correcta பண்றது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். So the thing here is, in Dandasana, you have to move your shoulders apart, the shoulder blades apart. The shoulder blades, when it contracts, it is loading your neck. Okay, so shoulder blades are moving apart. So try this. See, move the shoulder blades apart, stretch your hands forward, push. You start to feel glutes engagement. You'll start to feel abs engagement. When you feel shoulder blades பக்கத்துல வருது. Okay, when you feel abs engagement, you're doing that same here. Then glutes engagement, your body is straight. The load will be, half of the load will be taken by the core muscles. Half the load at the wrist and arm. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் இறங்கலாம், அப்பதான் glutes engage ஆகும். Your total body is in a straight line. Moving the shoulder blades apart. Shoulder blades apart, okay? You think of pushing your chest. Relax, relax. I'll explain more. இன்னொரு மெத்தட்ல பண்ணுவோம். See, now also I can see some shoulder blades compression. Okay, getting close to each other. Now what we'll do is, we'll do a cat posture. So what is happening? The shoulder blades distance is expanding. Maintain the expansion. Take the leg up. Feel it. Ravita, you can relax your hips so that core takes over. Your hip is up. That has to be relaxed. Your core takes over, and also it will load your wrist. If the wrist hurts, you can rotate your wrist, relax the wrist. So that is Dandasana. The next posture is Balasana. We kneel down. From here, we kneel down. Toes on the ground. Pull the hip back. We pull the hip back. We are not disturbing the hand position. Resting the elbow down. Yes, Balasana. In Balasana also, this can be applied strategically. Okay. You are in a heavy practice. Surya Namaskaram practice பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கும்போது you are in a very intense moment where you feel breathlessness. Okay, during that, what you have to do is you have to spread the knee a little wider, kneel down, stretch backwards. Okay, if you are having enough breath, but your back is not tall enough or you feel strain at the back, then what you have to do is knees together, kneel down, stretch back. Understand the strategy? So this is a strategical play. This posture is designed in Surya Namaskaram to rest. Okay, so if without these resting posture, again Surya Namaskar will be a pure Vinyasa flow. So Surya Namaskar is a diluted version where we have introduced these rest posture. So this rest posture we can strategically place either with the knee open or knee closed. Knee closed when your back is straining. You have done a very backward extension or a forward extension of the spine, which has given strain to the back. So you keep your knees together, and when you pull back, you breathe using your back muscles to relax it. Okay, here when you are not at all able to breathe, you are feeling breathless. When you do this, you will feel suffocation. With the knees together, when you pull the hip back, you will feel suffocation. So that moment, you have to open the knees, kneel down, pull back. And here, then rest the elbow down. Next portion is called Irudayasana. We move forward, resting the chest up. You want to try? Okay, happening. Chin touching the ground, not pressing into the ground. Yeah. Okay. So this posture encourages or empowers mid-back expansion. Okay. So what you can practice, because the more you keep this is one level. The more you keep the chest closer, more mid-back mobility is gained. To cultivate it, what we need to do is you can hold a block. Okay, hands are a little wider. Push the hands back, push the chest forward. The more you push the hands back and push the chest forward, you can feel elbows close to the. Yes, now push. This is like a drill to improve your mid-back flexibility. You feel it, you'll start to feel you are using your mid-back strength. Same thing is happening in Irudayasana. So we move forward, we are resting the chest as close as possible to the knee, encouraging a good deal of mid-back mobility. Return back. Yes, that is done. Next is Bhujangasana. Elbows still on the ground, move forward. And one more thing, when you are coming back from Irudayasana, where do you feel this load is? Back. Not the lats. Latsல வருதா பேக்ல வருதா பாருங்க. Lateral hip, lateral backல வருதா? அதுதான் ஓகே. அப்பர் பேக்ல வருதுன்னா நீங்க வந்து அந்த இங்க போயிட்டோம். You are pulling outward like this. Okay. So the idea is think of you are pulling the hip at a 45-degree angle. Automatically lats will be engaged. We are using 10 to 15% support from the shoulders and arm. So if you use more support from the arm, your arms are going to be extremely tired after the Surya Namaskaram practice. Good. It's the lats. Okay, good. This is understood. Now we'll get into Bhujangasana. So from the toe touching, we went into Irudayasana so that you can explore more range of movement at the mid-back. Then ankle flat, we pull back. We pull back and rest the glutes on the heel. That is Balasana 2, where you had your ankle flat. Yes. Pull the hip back, rest the glutes on the heel. This is also the same. You can have the knees together or the knees open, depends on the situation. Now we move forward with the elbows on the ground. There will be a point where there is no movement. Lift the elbow up. Here itself, see when you go here, bring the elbows close to the body, let the elbows be completely packed close to the body. Chest is open. Now expand. If this is your limit, you stay here. If you can move higher, go for it. So the point here is you should feel a pressure at your waist pushing into the ground. Your hip is not coming off the ground. And the shoulders are not getting close to each other. Shoulders are moving apart, rolling up. This is the line. Good, good. So this encourages strength and mobility to the back. Hip down. Okay, relax. Yes, yes. I'll give you priorities here. Okay. First priority, let us understand shoulders open, chest open. Second priority, pushing the hip down. Third priority, lengthening the spine. Fourth priority is keeping the elbow straight. So don't touch the fourth priority at the first step. Okay, get the priorities right, you'll do it right. First priority, shoulders are apart, chest is open. To keep it, you are keeping your elbows close to the body. Second priority, lengthen the spine. அதுக்கப்புறம் elbow straight ஆனா okay. Hip down, second priority. Hip is down. Okay, that enormously increases your spinal mobility as well as strengthening. From there, we are here. On the toe, use your lats to pull the hip back. Press the heel down. Leg has to be straight when you press the heel down. This is stretching a calf, making the peripheral heart function well. Now, to improve this posture, again we'll set up a drill. Okay, the drill can involve the chair support if you have a inclined leg. So you can press the sole of the foot on the chair. Push the hip forward. Kavita, since the chair's leg is straight, what you can do is put a block and make the chairs. Yes. Or you can also put the block on the wall. This one, incline. Put it incline this. Okay. Then you can place your feet at the inclination. Push the hip forward. We are pushing the hip forward. If you feel tiring kind of stretch in the calf, you're doing it right. Try. Push the hip, not just the chest. Hip. ஒரு கால் ஃபஸ்ட்டு பண்ணுங்க. நல்லா புரிஞ்சதுக்கப்புறம் ரெண்டு கால் செஞ்சோம். இதுலேயே ஆங்கிள் விட்டாருங்க. ஸ்ட்ரைட்டாக வச்சு. Go for it. Push the hip. The more you push the hip, you feel tiring kind of stretch at the calf. When the calf is stretched, downward dog position, resting the heel down is possible. புரியுதா? Okay, good. Other side? And this is quite an important posture. Important stretch. Push the hip forward. Good. Now try both the legs. Both the legs when you need, yes, you have a support. So you can use that window grill to hold. Place both the legs on the support. Push the hip forward. Ah. So we're having inclined legs in the chair. Push the hip forward. This can taken up, pushing the hip forward. You can create an extreme stretch by stretching the hands up. Push, push. Hands up. You cannot tear your calf. Don't worry. Pull on. Call angle light marudu. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So this is hard stretching your calf. Now try downward dog position. There's a possibility you land your heel down. Okay, it's getting closer. Okay. Okay, that's all downward dog position. Now taking one leg forward. Let us say I'm taking my right leg forward. See here, I move the weight to the shoulder, bring the knee close to the chest. When I bring the knee close to the chest, now ab squeezing in, contracting, strengthening. Rest the leg down. You feel it? So when you rest the leg down, it needs to be rested between the hands. You're not pushing the ground enough. அதனால தான் கால் வந்து உள்ள போக முடியல. You're not rounding the back enough. Yes, yes. Okay. So you have to round your back enough, push the palm hard into the ground, engage the core, rest down. Then the left knee comes on the ground, pushing the hip out. Then the other palm pressing into the ground, feet together, knees together, squeeze your knees. Then, if you have enough hamstring length, you can try to make the knee straight. Then hands up, maintaining the length of the spine. Hold your breath, pushing the hip forward, stretching the hands back. Load is on the stomach. That makes it one Surya Namaskar. That's the idea. Any questions? Which you are finding it difficult and struggling? Forward bending, isn't Forward bending, weight, see, மீதி எல்லா அலைன்மெண்ட்டும் சரி பண்ணியாச்சு. Like keeping the back erect சரி பண்ணியாச்சு, stomach and thigh together சரி பண்ணியாச்சு, hands by the side of the foot அந்த அலைன்மெண்ட்டும் reach ஆயாச்சு. Now we have to wait for the hamstring to lengthen. Hamstring lengthen strategies. One is with the chair, I taught you. Next is, this also is possible. You can keep your hands around the knee and fold. This drill also helps you to make the hamstring longer. Yes. These are drills, okay, not part of yoga. Okay. Hamstring pain வர மாதிரி இருந்துச்சுன்னா you can stop. Okay, don't let the hamstring become tired. Any doubts? ஆமா. அதான் see, அது வந்து see, his question is, I was constantly mentioning in 2 or 3 postures where you need to use your back muscles to breathe. Okay. But still now you are fighting to breathe using your abs. Am I putting the words correct? You are forcing yourself to use the stomach muscles. That's why you need some release from the stomach to tightness. And the release kondu vandittu, then you start to breathe using your stomach. That's what's happening, right? See, it is the power of habit. Okay. So habitually we are using our abdominal muscles to breathe. Okay, so the habituality is reflecting here. So how you can train is, Friday practice we are doing this posture, right? Kneel down, stretch back, pillow, lie down. Here, calm yourself and use only your back muscles to breathe. So when you practice more on this, habitually your body also recognize the need to breathe using your back muscles. This is quite critical for a factor. We take rest to calm our mind also, correct? See, that's the beauty of this alignment also. In a child pose, only when the mind is calm, you can breathe using your back muscles. If you are having huge amount of anxiety, okay, you are anxious about something. If you want to experiment anxiety during your very anxious condition, already exam போயிட்டு இருக்கோம், ரொம்ப fear வருது, அப்படியே develop ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு. Try to sit in balasana. You will end up in suffocating yourself. You will end up in throwing up. இமீடியட்டா ஒரு வாந்தியே வந்துடும். வாந்தி நல்லதா கெட்டதா அந்த இடத்துல? டாக்டர் சொல்றான், அந்த இடத்துல வர வாந்தி வந்து நல்லதா கெட்டதா? The vomit which is triggered. You are again, your mind is totally agitated. Okay, it is freaking out. அந்த நேரத்துல பாலாசனா பண்றோம். அது knees together, feet together, lie down பண்றோம். Immediately there is a possibility, 80% possibility you will throw off. Is it good or bad? See, every time you throw off, there's a huge possibility your vagus nerve become active. It is a body's cope-up mechanism to trigger and take you off the sympathetic nervous system. So any exams, ஏதாவது logical thinking அதிகமாக போகுதுன்னா அந்த டைம்ல your body also recognize the need to give you more energy to solve the problem. That's how beautiful body is ready to feed you with energy, ready to cope up with your situation and conditions. Okay, so அது ரெடி ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. Now இப்போ வந்து ஏற்கனவே ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ஸாக இருக்காரு, அதுக்கு மேலே ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கு. அந்த சுவிட்ச் வேணும்ல நமக்கு, நிறுத்துறா அப்படின்னு, தட் இஸ் த த்ரோ. ஓகே, ஸோ ஆஃப்டர் வாமிட்டிங் யூ வில் ஆல்வேஸ் ஃபீல் ரிலீஃப். எனி சிச்சுவேஷன் when you vomit you'll feel such a bliss. இமீடியட்டாக ரிலீஃப் இருக்கும், இமீடியட்டாக ப்ரீதிங் லாங்காக மாறி இருக்கும், எல்லாமே அப்படியே பாடியே திருப்பி செட் ஆகி வரும். That's the beauty of parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so that vomit is a natural cope-up mechanism. Okay, so you can experiment it. So saying this, in Surya Namaskar, this posture is there to calm your mind. Okay, every time. So that is also the reason in a beginner's level or the general practice, if during Vinyasa we'll have kneel down, stretch back. If you see in the morning 5 o'clock class, they'll always go into Bhujangasana. There will not be any kneel down, stretch back. So they have found calmness even in downward dog position. Since you guys are not able to create that amount of calmness in downward dog position, there's a need to have a posture to calm your mind. The reason for calming your mind is to only then your body and you will be aware of the postures. When the mind is occupied, okay, with pain or focused on alignments, you are too much thinking on alignments, what happens is the mind is not totally aware in the asana. Okay, when it is aware in the asana automatically goes deeper. So particularly what you have to follow is to follow the breath. Initially, when you want to understand asanas better, you follow where the breath is. So like in every posture I have given you where the breath is. Okay, so now when you follow the breath, okay, you will feel which muscles you have to focus to create deeper movement in the posture. Okay, so அதை யோசிச்சுக்கிட்டே இருக்கும்போது repeatedly when you think of breath, okay, automatically you will understand. Each posture we use a different muscle sets to breathe, and those muscle set when your consciousness is present. Okay, in yoga it's called turiya. When turiya is present there, turiyam Tamil, turiyam is present there, that thing expands. So like when you're subconsciously breathing, your breath is very shallow. When you're conscious, automatically it expands. Similarly, when you're conscious on where the breath is, the posture automatically sets into the correct node for you. Okay, that is the reason every third week, okay, or the fourth week, Monday we'll have this practice called slow down, smell the roses. So each portion, I'll be asking you to breathe at the rate of 6 breaths per minute. The moment you start to breathe 6 breaths per minute, you'll start to understand what is happening inside. Okay, it is an inward journey which is taking you more deeper into yoga. So that inward journey, you can feel it through your breath. The breath is the bridge. Any questions, ma? Am I torturing you the first 2 weeks? I say the body needs to capture lots of strength. Okay, in a way, yoga demands huge amount of strength. That is also a reason I cannot give you yoga as it is. Okay, so that's the reason this Thursday we were experimenting with asanas which can give you strength as well as demand strength. Okay, push-ups, all these dandal, baitek are helping you to get stronger. They are not directly involved in yoga. Okay, direct involvement or crow pose. So when you can do crow pose, all these things you don't need it. You're not able to do crow pose. அதனால தான் we are having all this Hanuman dandal push-ups, opening up, press strengthening, and getting you into yoga. So yoga as it is simple but quite hard to reach. அப்படி இருக்க போது we have to find proper steps to reach efficiently. So one method, I was teaching the same class for the elders. Okay, so that is when it struck me like, why not with the chair? I can explain each and every asana involved in Surya Namaskar. Okay, so now the point is, the more you feel that exact alignment, you'll try to replicate in the mat, on the mat. The idea is to feel that exact alignment. The moment you feel the breath, automatically you will mostly reflect it. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So okay. Now we'll do Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. The various sitting posture for Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama are Vajrasana, where the hip is above the knee. Padmasana, when the knee touches the ground, the hip is above the knee. Keeps the spine tall. Then Swastikasana. Swastikasana, the right heel is touching the perineum. Left foot, sole of the foot is rotated and placed up. The moment you rotate your sole of the foot, knee is pushed down. Automatically, the hip is above the knee. Your spine is tall and erect without effort. This posture can also be improved by sitting on a block. There will be pressure at the perineum. It's quite an awesome energy point. Okay, so that is Swastikasana. And there is one more posture called as Siddhasana. Okay, try to understand this. Okay, the left foot is placed inside between the calf and the thigh. We seal the left foot with the calf and thigh. You feel it? Nalla seal paniyachu. Your sole of the foot is not exposed. Then we squeeze the right foot and seal it between the calf and thigh of the other leg. It's about sealing the sole of the foot. Okay. So if you have to do a meditation practice for, let us say, 2 hours. Yeah. See, and if you want to understand meditation, this 10 minutes meditation you do it in a class will never be enough. Okay, that 10 minutes is, I call it as seeding. We are sowing the seed of the idea of that meditation. Okay, so the technique மட்டும் தான் we are helping you to expose, and you feel the technique little. So now you have to sit for very long hours to understand each and every technique we are teaching in the class. So to do that, what happens is during the process of meditation, your mind gets into your brain gets into various waveforms. There are certain waveforms where your body starts temperature starts to cool down. Okay, so when it cools down, uh, you your your mind's presence will be moving away from the body and the realization. Okay, so that is one danger of meditation. So you have to have enough warmth. So that is also a reason ancient times, all these gates siddhis used to get into a cave which a very small opening. Yeah, opening will be very small. Inside, when you go, there will be a room for someone to sit or stand. Okay, so they are insulating themselves and sitting. Okay, and this is also one kind of insulation method. When your sole of feet is completely insulated, your heat losing outward is less. That is also the reason they used to tie tarapa. Okay, so all these activities they do has a significant scientific reason to it. Yeah, it's not just belief in our society. Now, with modern days, it has become belief systems, but ancient times it's all realization systems. So this is one of it. Okay, so there is a requirement to have certain amount of heat in the body. So நம்ம நாடி சுத்தி பிராணாயாமம் பண்ணும்போது this heat is in balance. Then when you get into meditation, it is easy. The heat is generated well, and your blood even there are many scientific papers which have revealed that this vinyasa practice we do helps you to make your blood thin. Okay, this making the blood thin helps you to gain first level of realization. You get it, you lose laziness. Second level, when the blood is thin, it can reach minute capillaries quite easily. Otherwise, there should be a push, or the veins-லயோ the arteries-லயோ ஒரு push இருக்கணும். இருந்தால் தான் the minute capillaries-லாம் blood போகும். So now it is much easier. Okay, so these are all the facts, the primary facts you need to understand about heat in the body. So that is why we are concealing. In all the portion, we'll try to conceal. In Padmasana, if you sit for meditation, for if you understand this is your best portion to sit for meditation, you need to have probably a woolen blanket or a blanket on your lap and sit. This is a common practice in Buddhism. They sit in Padmasana, they fold the blankets, keep them covered. That's the reason we had these long skirt-like dresses. All our kurtas belongs to that category. Okay, they toss it around, they sit. So everything is functional. Yeah. Nadi Siddhi Pranayama. Keep the spine tall with your most comfortable and tall spine. You can sit on a block to feel the lengthening of the spine. Nadi Siddhi Pranayama. Yes. Slowly release the prayer. என் உயிர் சக்தியாக இருந்து என்னை இயக்கிக் கொண்டிருக்கும் மகாசக்தியாகிய குருவே, உடல் சுகம், நீண்ட ஆயுள், நிறை செல்வம், உயர் புகழ், மெய்ஞானம் இவைகள் அனைத்தையும் இவ்வுலகில் உள்ள ஜீவராசிகளுக்கும் உயிரினங்களுக்கும் மானுட வர்க்கத்திற்கும் கொடுத்து அருள் புரிய வேண்டி உனது திருவடி போற்றி வணங்குகிறேன். Thank you, ma.
Sir, your Aditya will practice classes, sir. Tell him to send a video so that he'll engage. He's not doing anything in next chapter or yoga classes.
That is enough for now, ma. I will talk to him.